What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be talking about the top 10 players in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM that you guys can get for less than 10,000 MT. Obviously, there are a lot of free cards, but they take that little bit of effort. So, you guys can see, obviously, I've got Millsap. I need to play 8 more limited games. I forgot. I was like, oh, it wasn't really bothered doing it last night, but that's going to be another 4 hours of my time. And then these ones are going to be very, very easy. Like, this is an hour, maybe an hour and a half. This is not even an hour. So, like, I'm going to get all 4 of these by... Basically, what do I have? It's 4 p.m. right now. I have 8 hours, basically, to get all these. So, that's doable. That's definitely doable. But, yeah, anyway. So, before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to get 250,000 subs by the end of the month, and right now we are less than 5,000 away. So we've got like 20 days, less than 5k. It's gonna be very, very close. So again, if you guys are new to the channel and just enjoy my team content, subscribe. We have more my team content here than anyone else. And also, lads, if you guys just enjoy watching me, listening to me talk, or just want something to get you through kind of the boredom of grinding any of these cards, or heck, if you're grinding for Danny Ferry, a link to my podcast channel will be in the description, where we upload clips every day, podcasts, as well as I'm planning on doing a few, well, my other channel, I'm planning on doing a lot of other things on that channel. But yeah, so now let's get on to it. So anyway, yeah, we're going to start off with number 10. And this card right here is... I'm telling you, he's very, very underrated for the stage we're in right now. For how cheap this card is, I mean, he's so underrated. Let's see what price he's actually going for. I didn't know why I thought he was less than 3k. But like, he came out, he's so cheap. He came out in a locker code during 250k. He was actually cheaper than this at one stage. But he's got 51 golds, 1 half. He's a 7-foot center with basically an 8-foot longest wingspan in the game. Also, clamps cost like 3k to give someone fully clamps, so you can fully clamp him up. He only really needs, for me, on next gen, he doesn't need clamps at all. On current gen, I would definitely use at least silver clamps on him. But he's got 51 golds. He's got like Heart Crusher, Posterizer, Range Extender, a really, really nice release, quick first step as well. He's got a 91 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, 79 ball handler, which is more than enough for next gen. But on current gen, you kind of want to get up to 86. So floor general plus a ball handle shoe. But a ball handle diamond shoe is like 1500 as well. So it's not much at all. Good block rating, pretty decent steal with his wingspan. It's going to feel like 99. Rebounding, again, feels like 99. Good speed, 2-ball acceleration for a big man. Well, pretty good for a big man. Lateral quickness leaves a bit to be desired. It does leave a bit to be desired. I'm not going to say he's a top-tier center, but if you're looking at centers under 10k, there's not many exceptional ones. I mean, for his price of 3.5k, you can't get much better than him. You really can't get much better. So, number 9, we have got this guy right here. So, yes, you can put in a lot of other ones. I'm just going to put him in because there's a lot of guys. Felipe Lopez, you can have in here. You can have, obviously, this card here. Flip Murray, Smush Parker, like all those guys are good cards. But like 5k or 3.6k MT for Bobby Sura. Like, you're getting 17 Hoffs with him. Hoff Posterizer, a pretty good release. Hoff quick first step. He's got Pickpocket, Clamps, Interceptor, Intimidator. He's got Blinders for next gen. He's got Range Extender as well on gold. And then if you're looking at his stats, the guy's got a 92-3. He's got a 90 driving dunk. He's also got 86 ball handle, good steal and perimeter defense. He's got really good speed and good enough lateral quickness, and is a 6'5" point guard, which is a good enough height. A really, really good card. Again, I'm more high on someone like a Felipe Lopez, but it's preference. And because we've talked about Lopez too much, I have not talked about Sura anywhere near enough on this channel. Like, as much as I do prefer the other guys, Sura, most people have Sura over him, and Sura's 3.5, 4k. No brainer. No brainer if you're on a budget. He is a fantastic player. At number 8, we've got a bit of an interesting one. I'm going to put this guy in here just because of what he is. He's a giant point guard. We got Joakim Noah. Like, some people will love the card, some people hate him. But he's just interesting. He's just a really interesting card. Like, Joakim Noah, less than 2.5k. And what you're getting is, you're getting a 7-foot tall point guard. Like, there's no... Like, he's basically the Bill Walton last year. And he can dribble as well. His defense is elite. His shooting is meh. It's not good, but, like, it's not awful. How did I miss out on so many... Okay, so he's under 2.5K. And he's a 7-foot tall point guard with Hall of Fame clamps, Heart Crusher, Intimidator, as well as 35 gold badges, Interceptor, Post-move Lockdown, Quick First Step, and a really nice ball handle. He's also got a decent driving dunk, a mediocre 3-ball. His release isn't good, but it's not unusably bad. He's got 86 ball handle, 95 block, 90 steal, 90 perimeter defense, 96 interior defense, 90 speed, 94 or lateral quickness. If you are on current gen, the guy's the Pro 6 behind the back. Next gen, and he can burst, obviously. Next gen, he can do his Pro Escape. Like Joakim Noah, I have my juiced up Joakim Noah, but I'm telling you, this card here is he's just cheese. That's the only way to describe him. He's just pure cheese. So he's going in here at number 8. At number 7, we have got a center, and it is Shawn Kemp. So Shawn Kemp Diamond card, I still think he's one of the more underrated guards in the game. It doesn't matter which Shawn Kemp you use. I think I personally have the Age of Heroes one, but it really doesn't matter which one you use. Like, they're both cheap. Literally, just get whichever one's cheaper. They're the same card. So I think when I was looking at the Age of Heroes, I got the Age of Heroes one for cheaper, and like 4,000 right there. Yeah, that's a snipe, and it's probably another user. Okay, so he's around the 5K mark. Yeah, so he's around the 4.5, 5K mark. Like, look, this one's probably getting another user than this one. But, like, they're both the same price. So, fair enough. Just go for this one, then. They're the same price. What you're getting is you're getting a Hall of Fame posterizer / Showtime center with Hall of Fame quick first step, a really nice ball handle, decent dribble sigs, gold clamps, gold interceptor, a mediocre shooter. He's got great driving dunk, though. He's also, his defense, it feels better than the stats look. It's not great, but it's not awful. He's strong and a decent rebounder. So, I'm a fan of this card. I really am a fan of this card. It's one of the budget options at that center position. So, Shawn Kemp is coming in here at number 7 on this list. At number 6, we've got I just think, slightly better Shawn Kemp. We got Marvin Bagley. So, like, Marvin Bagley, he's closer to the 10K mark. When I checked, he was like 9.8K. He might be, yeah, he's cheaper. I was like, when I checked earlier today, he was at 9.8K. There's some of them up for 9.5K. What you're getting is basically, you're getting less Hall of Fame badges, true, than Kemp. You're getting Intimidator. He's still got quick first step. Still got a bunch of those gold badges, gold clamps, gold interceptor, gold deep hooks, gold posterizer. He's got gold set shooter, gold flexible if you're on current gen. He's got an 87 3-ball, which I think is similar to Kemp, but he's got a much better release, in my opinion. He's got a really nice post game. Great driving dunk, good ball handle, good dribbling. Pretty mediocre to above average defensive stats, good rebounding, good speed, and decent lateral quickness. So, again, him versus Kemp, it's preference. I would say Bagley very, very slightly over Kemp, but it is preference between those two guys. They are both very, very similar cards. So, we are through the first half of this list. Now we are going to get on to the top 5. Number 5, Kevin Porter Jr. So, I don't care. This guy just plays better than his stats. I've taken him out of squad. Like, he's not in my squad right now because he doesn't have blinders. But, like, if you're talking current gen, I think I might still use him. And this is one of those weird situations because so many people I know will be so high on this guy. He's 2000 MT. They'll talk about how Kevin Porter Jr. is unbelievable. But they'll replace Kevin Porter Jr. because someone like a new flashy player comes along. I've had more success with KPJ than I've had with Brandon Roy. Like, I'm going to look through two guards, especially, like, I don't like either of these guys on next gen. Well, I like KPJ for a budget, but I mean, in terms of my best squad, neither of these next gen, but on current gen, I've had more success with KPJ than every one of these apart from maybe Levine. The way I played the game. KPJ, it's not about his stats, it's not about his badges, it's the performance with him. There's something about him. I don't know whether it's his player model, I don't know whether it's not even his release because he has the same release as J.R. Smith. There's something about this specific card. I don't know how to describe it. He's so good. Range extender, slithery downhill, handles for days, needle threader. He's got quick first step goal. He's got every key badge gold you need. He's 6'6", so a decent height for 2-guard. Can't play in the post. He's got a 92-3, 90 driving dunk, 90 ball handle, decent perimeter defense and steal, great speed, good lateral quickness. And again, he's not one of those cards that you look at and say, this card's unbelievable stats-wise. And this card is the reason why you can't judge cards off 2KDB. Because there is no way in hell that I should be able to say with a straight face, I have more success with KPJ and Brandon Roy. But I do. And I'm not going to go out and say KPJ's better, but he's better for me. He is. It's not about the stats. It is not about the badges. It's about the performance. And the performance of Kevin Porter Jr. is just scary good. Like, if we go back to, like, the 2K19 days where we used to just use Amethyst Hito, even though he had bad stats, just because he was the best, can we all just stop getting so hyper-focused on stats, Hall of Fame badges? Because this guy, and I can guarantee you, everyone watching this has a card that they were so good with for so long, but they upgraded the card just because the stats and badges of a different card looked better. But the performance wasn't there. It's all about how a card plays in-game, and in-game, Kevin Porter Jr. belongs at number 5 on this list. At number 4, we have got... We're going to go Maxi Kleber. We're going to go Maxi Kleber here at number 4. I still think he's the best, like, center at his price in the game. Like, you're getting Kleber for under 7k right now. It's a steal. Around that 6.5k price is a steal. Like, even comparing him to a Millsap, he's still got 19 Hall of Fame badges. Dude's got Hall of Fame clamps, Hall of Fame range, can handle the ball, Hall of Fame flexible as well. He has got Hall of Fame gold interceptor. He's got gold dead eye. So he's got basically every badge you need. Like, again, he's got 54 or 53 total badges. He's got a solid post game. He's got a fantastic 3-ball, pretty good release. He's got an 80 driving dunk, which is, again, you want that above 85, but look, you're not going to really be using him for that. He's an 86 ball handle. He's got comparable defense to a Millsap. Speed is slower, but he's at 90 lateral quickness. Like, he is quite a bit worse than a Millsap, but I mean, again, for 6k MT at that center position, I mean, he's more than usable and unlimited. The guy's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic and deserves a spot in number 4. At number 3, we got Malik Sealy. I did not know how cheap he was. I simply did not know how cheap Malik Sealy was. Malik Sealy, 7.5k MT. He's 7.5k MT. Like, what? Catch and shoot, corner specialist, highlight film. He's got half clamps, half posterizer / showtime, half intimidator, half quick recept, half unpluckable. He can curry. He's got Ray Allen base. He's a 6'8" 2-guard with a 7'3" wingspan. He's got only gold range, but he's got a 93 ball. He's got a 95 dunk. He's got good post game even. He's got an 86 ball handle, 86 block, good steal and perimeter defense, anterior defense, unbelievable speed, great lateral quickness, defense is incredible, great length. The guy is one of the best 2-guards in the game. He's A tier, probably in the 2-guards, but he's easily a top 10 to 15 2-guard in the game. And you are paying 7k for him. Like, he is one of, if not the best value card in the game. Actually, he's not, because there's 2 guys ahead of him on the list I think are just better. But on current gen, this is the best cheap 2-guard in the game. Best under 10k 2-guard in the game, and it's not even close. It is not even close. The guy I have at number 2 is not as good as him on current gen. But this guy he's my favorite player on next gen. We've got Lionel Simmons, Lionel Messi, as I like to call him, because his name is spelled the same way as Messi's, and he's the GOAT. So Lionel Simmons, 91 offense, 99 defense overall, 25 half badges. He is very, very similar in terms of stats and badges to Malik Sealy. And I'm going to explain what the difference is between these 2 guys here. You've got Hall of Fame blinders, which is the best badge on next gen. And not only that, like, they both have the same wingspan. Yes, he's an inch shorter, 7'3" wingspan. He has got Michael Porter Jr. base. I'm not sure what base it is. It's the same base as MPJ, but it's on very quick. It is on very quick. He is one of the best, if not the best release I've used on next gen. And his dunking's unbelievable. His handle's unbelievable. He can curry. He's got a an 89 3 ball. I mean, that doesn't really matter for me. He's still my main player. He still greens everything. 95 driving dunk. He's only got goal range. Like, on next gen, this is one of the top 5 cards I've used in the game on next gen. I'm not going to say he is top 5. I'm saying he's a top 10 card in the game on next gen overall. I think he's that good. He is incredible. And I think he's just better released Malik Sealy with half blinders. Like, that's what you're getting with Simmons. I would take Sealy over him on current gen, but on next gen, Simmons is one of the best cards in the game. But number 1, this guy's a god on both gens. This guy is a god on both gens. I don't care what anyone says, it's LaMelo Ball. It's LaMelo Ball. Like, I have LaMelo Ball. For me, he's better than Wes Unseld. I don't care what I don't care what anyone says. This is my list. This is my opinion. For 8,000 MT, you are getting... He's probably the best triple threat player to run as your primary ball handler as well. You are getting a guy with like 3,100 total attributes, which is scarily high. He's 6'7" at the power forward, so a little bit undersized. But he's got 25 half badges, including half clamps, half interceptor, half intimidator, half range extender as well. He's got a half giant slayer, half handles for days, half quick for step, half unpluckable, half floor general, as well as 32 gold badges, including gold showtime. He has got, stats-wise, he's got a bit of a post game. He's got an unbelievable 3-ball, good driving dunk, great ball handling. Look at his defense. 88, 96, 90, 88. Let's compare that to. It's better. He's a better defender than Sidney Wicks, who's known as one of the best 3-and-D guys in the game. He's equally as good. Well, not quite equally as good, but almost as good defensively as Paul Millsap. And newsflash, he's only an inch shorter. 85, 88 rebounding. He's comparable. Rebounding and defensive-wise to a Paul Millsap. He's also got 94 speed, 2 ball acceleration, and 88 strength. He's more than good enough to play at that power forward position. I'm telling you. Would I run a center? No. But he's more than good enough because they juiced up his strength, they juiced up his rebound, they juiced up his post game. So this LaMelo Ball, if he was primary point guard, he would be a 300k Galaxy or Dark Matter. I'm telling you, if you change his position to point guard, I'm pretty confident he becomes a Dark Matter. Or at worst case scenario, he's a 98 overall Opal, but he'd be 300k. So like, you're basically getting a 300k player. And if you are a triple threat player mostly like I am, you're basically getting a 300k player for 8k. And as well as that, you are getting a guy that can shoot the lights out. And he's even unbelievable at the power forward position. Like, he's really good. Like, again, you look at my team. He's in there. I want to start Wes because I run everything through Simmons and Robinson in my starting lineup. And I don't want to waste LaMelo. But LaMelo's my primary option on my bench lineup. LaMelo's unbelievable. He's absolutely unbelievable. And without doubt deserves to be number 1. He's great on both gens. I think Simmons is slightly better than him on current gen. Or say on next gen. I think LaMelo is a good bit better than Simmons on current gen. So, yeah. The number 1 triple threat player. The number 1 player at the power forward position. And the number 1 player under 10k is LaMelo Ball. So, yeah. That is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.